Okay, it's been about 10 months since the last video. We've lived here about 10 months, and just wanted to show you guys some of the Christmas decor that we ended up going with. I know in the last video I talked about the challenge of the high ceilings and the amount of wall space for decoration purposes, but just wanted to give you guys an idea of what we kind of came up with for this year. So we did, as indicated in the last video, with the open staircase that I loved so much, we ended up going with some really great garland from National Tree Company. That was really nice to add, also as well as the extra outlets that I talked about. Then we talked about in the last video about the amount of wall space and the extra height that comes with that. So we ended up going with a really nice metal Merry Christmas sign to fill in that space for now, and there'll be more to come, I'm sure, in the future. But not quite being here quite a year, that gave some challenges to figure out what we were going to do with the space. So we ended up going with a 12-foot tree, which filled out nicely. You can see in comparison to the large windows, the size for that. So that filled out the space quite nicely. And so that came from Lowe's. And then since the last video, you can see that we've added the built-ins. So those are a couple months old. I haven't got to really decorate those yet. Still kind of deciding what we're going to do with that area. And we did have this awkward wall space that I talked about as well. Just trying to fill in that space. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with that, especially after Christmas, because that was blank and will be blank again. So I'll be coming up with some form of a gallery wall or a seating area there as well. Show you the catwalk that we talked about last time and the garland that was added. You can see that it's on both sides. Be sure if you're building the Halsted to make sure you ask for or have your electrician do the extra outlets in the walls so that you don't have a ton of extension cords. So that was very helpful when doing this. So I will add more videos, especially next year for 2020, to see what we have changed or updated in our Christmas decor.